The Supreme Court just ruled that most of President Trump's tariffs are illegal. The president responded by announcing new global tariffs of 15% under a different authority. For small business owners, the ruling changes the legal picture. It does not change the cash flow reality. This segment features a small business owner and a small business policy advisor sharing exactly what the damage looks like on the ground.
We did all of this careful forecasting for our construction, for our budget, for hiring. It's a really exciting time to expand a small business, right? And we did all that in 2024. And by the time we opened the doors to this roastery, we were combating 50% tariffs on Brazil, plus tariffs on basically everywhere our coffee is sourced from. And that ran through our budgeted working capital a lot faster than we anticipated. So it ended up where we had to inject more money at the end of last year just to try to keep the lights on for another year.
Okay, Rhett, the Supreme Court says these tariffs are illegal. So the question remains on everyone's mind. Should small businesses like Gabe's be compensated for tariffs they've already paid? How should that work?
Yes, absolutely. I mean, it was good news yesterday that the Supreme Court ruled these tariffs illegal. They've had a devastating impact on small and medium-sized businesses. A report just came out from JP Morgan Chase Institute this week that talked about the significant impact on medium-sized businesses where we see the vast majority of the hiring. We have the tools in place to be able to do refunds. Tariffs, the government is used to imposing tariffs, taking money in and taking out. And so many of us who are in the small business advocacy community are calling on the administration and Congress to make sure that we put that money back into Main Streets. Main Street businesses are our #1 employers in this country. They need that money back, and so we're calling on them to do so as quickly as they can.
But Gabe, we know corporations, they have the bankroll to be able to fight this in court, but small businesses right now, they're struggling, and they may not have the money to actually go to court and see if they can actually get these tariffs, the money back from the tariffs. So how specifically are you working on getting refunds for those initial tariffs for those small businesses?
For me, it's really sharing our story. It's speaking to those that are elected to represent us and talking about the importance of supporting small businesses at a time like this. There are methods for getting funds back. We've seen the government enact programs that can move quickly to really make sure that small businesses are protected. We saw it during COVID. There's no reason why we can't leverage those same systems to make sure that small businesses like mine, who are fighting to go payroll to payroll, can survive and can get that money back. At the end of the day, if they refund the money that I paid in tariffs, it's going to go back into my business. It's going to go back to more inventory. It's going to go back to hiring those people that I didn't hire when I expanded because I just wasn't sure I was going to be able to confidently keep them on staff. So there are ways, and I think it's just sharing our story so that way those elected can make those decisions that are going to help small business in Main Street.
Okay, now that's good that you're able to figure out some solutions moving forward. But Rhett, how are other small business owners staying nimble amid all of this uncertainty?
Well, listen, small businesses have really been the hero over the last few months. Many of them have chosen to do exactly what Gabe is doing, and we need more, which is to speak out and talk about the impact of these tariffs and the unpredictability on the economy. Sometimes tariffs aren't always a terrible thing, right? If they're done with the right tools and they give businesses predictability. But the problem with the way that these tariffs have been done is they're on, they're off, they're this percentage, they're that percentage, right? Small businesses can't plan. Now we see that the president is now using a different authority to try to put his tariffs back in place, and it's providing more unpredictability for Main Street. So we really need small businesses to raise their voice. In our research for Small Business for America's Future, we saw that 80% of small business owners surveyed took a significant financial hit.
Here is the operator read. Gabe did everything right. He forecasted carefully. He built the budget. He planned the expansion. And he still ended up injecting cash just to survive year one. Not because he was careless, because he built one plan for one set of conditions. That is the lesson. Not that tariffs are bad. It is that operators running a single scenario budget in an unpredictable cost environment are one policy change away from a cash crisis. The move is not political. It is operational. Build a second scenario into your financial plan right now. What do your unit economics look like if your top 3 input costs rise 20%? If you do not know that number, you are running exposed. What is your biggest tariff-exposed cost right now? Drop a comment below.